Lines are irrefutably clear that next fall we will be selling off assets in order to pay payroll. And the fall after that, we will not have enough assets to sell off anymore.
Stunning admission coming out of that school board meeting on September 16th. Right now, more of our in-depth coverage for you, the JCPS money crisis. You can call our school system our most important institution in Louisville, now facing a $188 million deficit. The finance department says even with cuts, some of the district's assets will need to be sold to help pay salaries. So we wanted to get some historical perspective on just how bad this really is for the future.
And joining us live now at 5:30 is former JCPS school board member Sam Corbett, our education analyst. Sam, thanks for being here. And first of all, should the community be very worried right now?
Well, I would tell you, Connie, based upon my 30-plus years of involvement with JCPS, I've never seen anything like this. There have been good years and bad years as it relates to the financial situation, but nothing to the point where senior-level people are saying, we may not be able to pay our employees in a year.
Do you believe they'll really have to sell off assets just to pay the salaries by next fall?
Well, if they don't find a way to eliminate a significant amount of expenditures, Doug, I would say yes, that might be a worst-case scenario.
What kind of assets are we talking about?
My understanding is it's financial assets. It's investments that they have in their, quote, rainy day or savings account that they would have to potentially liquidate in order to pay the bills, to make the payroll.
Big bone of contention around here is always the property tax increase. The school board has control over that, and they take the vote there. We cover those meetings, have for years. Jason Nemes, the Republican lawmaker from Middletown, telling us today in an interview with our Isaiah Kim Martinez that he's not going to let that happen. Can they do that? I mean, do you see a tax increase coming?
The local board can raise the property tax up to a certain limit, and it's not to be too technical, but it's a combination of the assessed value of the property and the actual rate that they charge. But they're capped out at the maximum that they can charge. If they go beyond that, it requires a vote of the people in the community. And I would suggest, and you all may agree, there's no way this community would approve a tax increase given what we know today.
Nemes also said that right now the board members saying they didn't know that this was happening and that there were district officials, including former Superintendent Marty Polio, that kept this information from them. You know, that's one side. He's saying on the other side they need to resign. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, as a school board member, I can tell you that you're very dependent upon what the superintendent and the administration, what information they provide to you. You're a part-time volunteer, and so you're limited about what you can know or not know, and you rely on the information coming from the superintendent. Having said that, I was told by a senior-level JCPS person in April that this budget situation was real. So if I knew it, if I'm asking this person as a former board member who has little to no contact with a senior level person, why didn't the board know this?
Well, Sam, you've followed Marty Polio for a long time. He said in a recent interview with the Courier-Journal that, hey, we made these numbers clear. The number was different then. It's just now changed. I don't know why people are saying this is a surprise. The cut was going to come over 2 years.
Marty said in May at a school board meeting that we were going to have to make this 2-year cut. And then in the article where he was quoted last couple days ago, he said, well, we told people this in May. And then in turn, you have, again, senior level people from JCPS claiming, no, we didn't tell people that. And in effect, I believe used the term that maybe Marty was lying. That's a pretty strong accusation, I would suggest.
What are your thoughts about what the district could do besides selling off assets?
Well, Connie, 80% of the JCPS budget is labor. They have 16,000 to 17,000 employees.
Right.
So if you've got to make significant cuts, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to eliminate people. Now, can you do that through attrition and retirement, or does it require layoffs? Any way you look at it, if they have to cut these kinds of dollars, then I think it's going to impact people on the payroll.
Well, doesn't this tee JCPS up even more with the Kentucky lawmakers, the Republicans who control everything in Frankfort? We went through this during the Bevin administration where they attempted the possible state takeover. You were here with us nearly every night for that for a while. Doesn't this give them a fresh new issue?
Doug, I would think that it does. Part of the contention that some of the legislators have made is that the school board and JCPS is not very competent. They're not very good at what they do. Fair or unfair, an issue like this, maybe it is just another example of what some of the legislators have been saying for the last, as you suggest, 3 to 4 years.
A lot of parents at home are worried, though, about teachers getting hurt in this.
Well, the teachers are going to bargain a new contract next spring that would take effect next July 1. And I know that they're hoping to see a pay increase for their teachers and really all of the employees within JCPS. Given this financial situation, that seems like that's going to be a long shot as we sit here today.
Okay.
All right, Sam, thank you very much for your expertise. We appreciate you joining us.